In this video, we will discover the benefit of using reliable medical case studies to support a claimed condition. The VA and their independent examiners use case studies all the time. Why shouldn't you? These studies can be effective in supporting your claim. So, let's dive in. Using medical case studies to support a VA disability claim can strengthen your argument by providing scientific evidence and precedents that link your condition to military service. Case studies can establish a connection, between your condition and your military service. Provide evidence of how certain conditions are caused or aggravated by specific exposures, injuries, or situations encountered during service. And support claims for conditions that are less well known or not explicitly listed in VA presumptive conditions. There are many types of medical case studies you can use, as long as they are from a reputable and reliable source. Some examples are peer-reviewed research articles, studies published in reputable medical journals like JAMA, The Lancet, or military-focused publications. VA and military research, studies conducted by the Department of Veterans Affairs, the Department of Defense, or other military health organizations. Epidemiological studies, research showing patterns, causes, and effects of conditions among veterans or active duty service members. Condition-specific studies, studies focused on the illness or disability you're claiming, especially those linked to known military exposures. Search through medical databases like PubMed, Google Scholar, or National Institutes of Health, NIH. Look for studies directly linking your condition to military exposures, duties, or environments. Include in Nexus letters. A Nexus letter is a document from a qualified medical professional that connects your condition to your military service. Provide case studies to the doctor writing your Nexus letter as supporting evidence for their opinion. Submit as evidence. Attach the studies to your claim application as supporting documentation. Highlight specific parts of the study, example, findings, conclusions, that support your claim. Reference in personal statements. Use the findings from case studies to explain your condition in your personal statement or buddy statements. Example, according to a study published in Journal Name, veterans exposed to substance have a significantly higher risk of developing condition. Now, I would like to share some personal examples of when using a case study was effective, and the claim was approved based on the medical diagnosis and scientific evidence submitted with the claim. Gout linked to hypertension. A fellow veteran came to me a few years back. He was once again denied for his hypertension. He stated to me that he truly believes it was caused by something he was exposed to in service, because his BP began elevating toward the end. He was never placed on hypertension medication while in, but began taking it shortly after discharge. Since then, his blood pressure has spiraled out of control. It has caused heart problems and even a stroke. I asked him how he was filing the claim, and he said he was filing direct service connected. After further conversation, I discovered that he is service connected for gout. I asked him to let me do some research and get back with him. I did some research, and just as my gut instinct told me, there is a direct correlation between the uric acid buildup from the gout that is causing the hypertension. So, the gout that began while he was stationed at Fort Sill began the buildup of uric acid in his blood. I asked him if I can help him refile again on a supplemental claim. I filed the claim along with the case study and VA Form 21-4138, statement in support of claim, explaining that he is asking for reconsideration of claimed condition hypertension with heart disease secondary to uric acid buildup caused by service-connected condition gout, and explained that he has attached a medical case study from the American Heart Association to support the claim. He came to me 5 months later to thank me. He was finally approved for the claim. Another veteran came to me for advice. He was recently diagnosed with a movement disorder. He did a little of his own research and found that his cervical dystonia might actually be tardive dystonia. Tardive means delayed. He could not understand why he would have cervical dystonia, because this is commonly caused by head or neck traumatic injury, or genetics. And neither applied to him. He told me that he found some information on a government website that might link his dystonia to the calcium channel blockers in the amlodipine he takes to control his service-connected condition of hypertension. He has been taking this medication for over 20 years, beginning in service. He woke up one morning with a stiff neck and thought he just slept wrong. After a few days, the stiff neck turned into not being able to hold his head up. He went to his doctor, who immediately diagnosed him with cervical dystonia. After going through Botox and medication treatment, nothing worked. He went to his doctor with the case study he found, but the challenge was getting his VA doctor to change or even consider his new diagnosis. So, he had to consult with a private neurologist. Using a government case study can prove a strong case to support such a claim. I advised him to go ahead and file the claim using the case study. All of the evidence was there to support that claim. Yet another veteran I came in contact with at the grocery store told me she was just approved on a claim for glaucoma secondary to her chronic service-connected degenerative arthritis. She said she never would have linked the two until her eye doctor suggested her glaucoma was probably caused by the inflammation from the arthritis she has suffered with. I was intrigued by this conversation and decided to do some research when I got home. Sure enough, I found some strong, supporting information on the Arthritis Foundation's website. As it turns out, not only can arthritis cause glaucoma due to inflammation, it can cause dry eye syndrome and cataracts. Finally, some tips for successfully being approved on your claim using medical case studies are: work with a medical professional, have your doctor or specialist review and reference the studies in their diagnosis or opinion. Focus on credibility, use well-respected, peer-reviewed research and avoid outdated or unverified sources. Tailor the studies, use studies that specifically address the exposure, condition, or service-related activity linked to your disability. Collaborate with VSOs, using veteran service organizations, VSOs, can help find and interpret relevant studies for your claim. I hope you were able to gain some insight from this video. If so, I hope you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Granny's Heroes. I will have more and informative videos in the future, so stay tuned.